Yeah, but you know, if you want to brighten up those rainy days of spring, you need to start planning now. So we are tiptoeing through the tulip bulbs up next on PT. Live from Richmond, we'll be right back. Well, listen, you might forget to bring a suit to work, but you can't forget to start thinking about spring already. It's just like fashion, Gary, right?
Exactly. You have to plan ahead. And so, you know, it's fall right now. We're not really thinking about how we're going to be feeling 6 months from now in the spring. But in the spring, it's going to be raining. It will have been raining for months. Can you imagine if you had some gorgeous color popping out of your garden?
And something very familiar like tulips.
Exactly. So you plan ahead for right now for all of these gorgeous tulips to bloom in your garden in the spring.
And this is the style that most of us recognize, right?
Yeah, so this is what the Dutch have bred for us, these big, beautiful, colorful tulips.
But you have to plant them pretty much every year, this style here, right?
This style you need to plant about every year because they're not super long-lived in the garden. But this is where the Dutch started. These are all of the botanical or species tulips from Turkey. And so these are smaller tulips, but still in a wide range of really gorgeous colors, and they come back year after year after year.
So there's something that could offer a little bit of variety to your garden, and almost like they have little baby tulips too, right?
Yeah, and also because they come back year after year, they make little baby tulips, and then your clumps of tulips get bigger and bigger and bigger and more colorful each year.
Lots of great information here in Richmond. Phoenix Perennials. We're going to be talking bodacious bulbs all morning long. Jody and Riaz.
Going to be fashion forward with the gardening. I like that.
Yeah, good morning to you. And I don't know about you, but I've never heard of lasagna planting. Who knew that you could plant lasagna, really? No, you don't actually grow lasagna, but we're going to tell you what lasagna planting is up next on BT from Phoenix Perennials. We'll be right back. Yeah, definitely. You know, and it only took us about 15 minutes to get to Phoenix Perennials from the station. Just to give you an idea of where we are, you just make your way out to Richmond, you head on to Bridgeport and then on to number 6 Road, and then here we are learning so many great things, including, I didn't realize I could plant pasta, grow some lasagna. No, I'm just kidding. Lasagna planting.
Lasagna planting. It's all about layers. It's all about layers. So this is a great way to add a lot of color into a small space. And you could do this in a pot like we're going to do, or in the ground. Bulbs bloom early, mid, and late, and they all like to be planted at different depths.
So
when we're planting, we plant our late season bloomers first, the tulips. So here are some great tropical punch blend tulips.
Okay.
And we're just going to pop those all in there. So just grab a
You're just kind of going willy-nilly.
Yeah,
I didn't think you had to.
Bulbs, you don't even have to spend a lot of time. Just throw all the bulbs
in there. Throw them in. Wow.
Just throw them in.
Just like you do lasagna, right? We're baking here practically.
We're Italian. We're just like, throw them all in there. There's your tulips. Okay. And then we're just going to cover them in a layer of soil. Perfect.
And then our next level.
And then we do our mid-season.
Okay.
So we've got some beautiful hyacinths here, which are going to give us tons of fragrance. So just grab those.
Wow, this is way easier than I thought it was going to be.
Easy. Yeah, and then we're going to put some tulips, sorry, not some tulips, some daffodils to bloom at the same time.
Do we do any of the dirt too?
Throw the dirt in there.
There we go.
All right.
Is there anything special about this soil that we're
Well, this is
using?
just a standard potting mix that we use here at Phoenix. And then the earliest bloomers, the ones that'll bloom in February, March, we're going to add some beautiful crocuses, throw those in. And then these are some cute little yellow irises, and we're going to throw those in. Boom.
And there we go. We got
and we cover that in soil as well. So these, the first ones are going to bloom in February, March, and the hyacinths and daffodils are going to bloom in March and April, and then those gorgeous tulips are going to light up our lives in May and into June.
Lighting up our lives, just like Gary here at Phoenix Perennials. Lasagna planting, Michelle. I'm still going to try to plant some noodles though when I get home. You got to know I'm going to do that.
Yeah, you got us all craving lasagna now, but that looks pretty easy.
Listen, I just learned we can grow an onion as big as my head. Oh yes, we are talking unique bulbs, creating botanical intrigue in our garden. Up next on BT, we'll be right back. Lots of great tips out here at Phoenix Perennials. Just a short drive from Vancouver, only about 15 minutes. What you do is you make your way onto Bridgeport Road and then onto number 6. And then here we are where you've been for 11 years, Gary.
11 years, it's hard to believe.
Fantastic. Lots of regular customers, lots of new customers, and lots of unique things here. Bulbs.
We always have unique things here, including in the bulbs. And bulbs are amazing because they come in so many weird shapes and sizes. And you know, we have tulips and we have daffodils and crocuses, but how about some unusual stuff that might stop your neighbors dead in their tracks when they're walking past your yard?
That sounds like a good thing for me.
So, I mean, first of all, just look at all these weird shapes and sizes. So here's this cute little blue anemone. nobody knows which way is up, so you just plant it and it figures itself out. There are neat irises that grow from bulbs. There are neat Peruvian lilies that have spheres of blue. And then how about this one? This is a foxtail lily. It's like a rocket ship that will bloom at about 8 feet tall
And you
in your
plant
garden.
these bulbs just like regular bulbs,
Yeah,
right?
you plant them right now, just like your tulips,
Okay.
and there's little instructions on there about how deep. And then we also have ornamental onions. So onions, you can eat them, but there's other types that you can plant in your garden. And so, for instance, this one, Globe Master, will have flower heads that will be as big as at least a child's head, but if you treat it really well, maybe as big as an adult head as well.
That is
It's pretty
crazy cool. You have a big sale that's happening right now.
Yeah, it's 20 to 50% off everything right now.
What a perfect time to make
crazy.
your way here
Yeah.
to Phoenix Perennials. Lots more coming up here from Richmond, guys. Coming up next at Phoenix Perennials, we're taking an existing planter and adding some new life and color just in time for spring. We'll be right back. You know, you talk about always planning for the future, but this is a way too that we can incorporate a bit of the past or what we have existing, right, Gary?
Exactly. So we might have beautiful planters already planted on our patios. They've been keeping us happy through the summer and the fall. But how about adding a whole another layer of color for spring?
So what do we have existing right now?
So right now this is just a cute little dwarf pine tree, which is really cute. It'll look good. You can put little ornaments on it at Christmas time. We've got an evergreen hellebore, which is going to look great all through the winter months. We've got a cute little heucherella, a foamy bells, which will also look good through the winter. This guy's going to look all, this is a little aster, looks good for the fall, although it will kind of disappear through the winter.
So let's add the new.
Exactly, so the new, this is going to look good all winter, but how about some color for spring? So all we have to do is grab cute little bulbs, like little daffodils, and we can plant them, say, in this corner. We can take some little grape hyacinths and maybe plant them right around there. How about some of these hot pink little anemones?
That would
we
be
can plant
really
them
pretty.
right there.
Yeah, brighten it right up.
And then you always need some crocus. Come on, yeah. So we'll get some crocus in right there, obviously. And then we were talking about little botanical tulips. These will look really cool. We could maybe plant them back here and they'll grow right up to about this high. So we'll have this whole spring collection of gorgeous bulbs through April and May.
Fantastic. Lots of great information here at Phoenix Perennials. By the way, he has a sale on right now. Make your way out here to Richmond.